Well, you're exactly right. We all know that men and women are different, but sometimes understanding those differences can be tricky.
Yeah, and it's tough because you don't want to stereotype the genders or put everybody in a certain box, but the truth is we have some inherent differences, especially when it comes to what we really need and want in a relationship.
So here's one thing that you need to know about the opposite gender. For example, men need to know that a woman needs to be cherished. Now, you can ask thousands of men what their top 50 needs are in marriage. You're never going to hear a guy say, well, you know, I think I really need to be cherished. It's just not one of these things that a guy needs. And so we tend to neglect that when it comes to...
Yes, men do tend to neglect that. I mean, and what does it mean to be cherished? I mean, this has to do not so much with grand gestures, but it's little things that reveal to a woman that she's known and deeply valued. You know, that her little quirks and whims are taken seriously.
Sometimes things that might seem kind of irrational to a man's mind are the very things that woman needs to be cherished.
Yeah, like the really expensive latte that I want in the airport. It doesn't matter how much it costs. It shouldn't be a rational choice. It's what I need to survive in that travel mode. It brings me comfort, and so you make that choice to cherish me.
And I'm thinking, man, this is terrible. We're getting ripped off, and why would we buy that kind of coffee? Well, the truth is, it's just a little gesture because I know that's going to make you feel cared for and cherished, that I really treasure your needs.
And the truth is, it's most often those little things, the note right before a tough meeting that reminds your spouse, hey, I'm thinking about you now. I know this is a tough one. I'm present with you in thought. That's huge. I mean, just little gestures of being cherished.
So one thing that every man needs to know about his wife is that she needs to be cherished.
So one thing women need to be reminded about men, I think one of the things that's so different in the genders is men have a greater need for autonomy than women do. I mean, when women are under stress, we always have this drive to connect with someone, tell them about it. You know, we want to be with people when we're falling apart. For men,
we want to be in our cave, leave me alone, don't touch me, don't even look at me, let me just kind of be.
Yeah, and that is a shocking surprise to a lot of women who feel shut out and feel like, hey, this is the time what intimacy matters most. Not for men. They need a little bit of time to regroup, and then they'll be willing, when they get their act together, to move back in and make that connection. We need to be reminded to really respect that need for autonomy.
Right, so there you go. A couple things to keep in mind when it comes to pinpointing the gender needs.